On this Life in Bama, we're going to learn about the Lyric Theater in Birmingham. The Alabama Theater, which was fully restored in the late 1990s, is located across the street from the Lyric. In 2012, I had an opportunity to attend the benefit concert for the Lyric Theater, Light Up the Lyric. The Lyric had not been renovated, but they made accommodations so people could bring their own chairs and enjoy the concert. Now I will show you video from the Lyric Theater in 2006 before restoration began, and show you video from 2016 when the restoration was complete and the Lyric was open to the public. If you saw my video about the Alabama Theater, then you know that Cecil Whitmire was very instrumental in the restoration of the Alabama Theater and also of the Lyric. Let's hear some of the history of the Lyric in Cecil's own words.
This is the lobby of the Lyric Theater, opened in 1914, and it was a Wells theater. And Mr. Wells was famous for not only having some of the finest vaudeville theaters in the South, but also he insisted on every one of his theaters to close. When Milton Berle came here in the early 80s, he told me that when he performed on this stage in 1928, this was the best theater that he performed in the South. He said most theaters in the South in those days were dumps. And he said this one was like walking out onto a Broadway stage in New York. This theater in 100 years has never been air conditioned. In the auditorium, they delivered 2 tons of ice every single morning, and as the ice melted, there were fans that drew the cool, damp, humid air up underneath the seats and pulled it out of the ceiling. I cannot imagine how that felt, you know, watching a film and feeling moss grow on your butt. So, but anyway, this was the only theater at the time that stayed open in the summer. They all had to close because there was no air conditioning. That this theater looks a little bit different than the Alabama. Remember, it has not had an act on this stage since 1935. It has not had a movie in here since 1958. When it opened, Rube Goldberg, who was a Louis Grizzard type humorist, he was the opening act. And his second act that same day was Sophie Tucker. The next week was Will Rogers. The next week was the Marx Brothers. Along the way we had George Burns, Milton Berle, Jack Benny, Fred Allen, who most of you young people don't know who is. But we also had Glinda, the Good Witch of the North, appear here when she was a Ziegfeld girl. Now the Ziegfeld girls toured much like the Rockettes do today. And of course, Glinda was the head Ziegfeld girl because she married Flo Ziegfeld. 1914, there was no sound reinforcement, so the acoustics in here are excellent. The furthest away you can get from the stage is 70 feet. Now you remember I said the Alabama, you could get, actually the last seat's 120 feet. So, you know, you can get a long ways away from the stage over there, but over here you can carry on a conversation. The audience can carry on a conversation with someone on the stage.
In 2006, I also had an opportunity to go into the office building that's located beside the Lyric Theater. I have not had the opportunity to return to the office building since its restoration, but I have been at the refreshment stand that's located on the first floor. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and after you subscribe, click on the bell so you'll receive notifications when I upload new content. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.